guys, and welcome to another amazing episode of Racing Game Reviews. Unfortunately, I can't really do it tonight because I'm going to go join the RGR. Don't worry, they'll have to let me in if I have knowledge.
And a long dead course. I can't sleep. This kind of thing gets me down. Don't say walk, I may lose my fear. I could lose myself in this honesty.
What? How rude. Doesn't make any sense. Hopefully have any sense then.
Read all sorts of things, there's so much to learn.
No wonder I heard nothing on the Cyberphone for ages.
Oh, how can you betray me? What will I do now to pass the time? I wonder which of these is better.
Well guys, it looks like things just aren't going as well as I expected them to. No thanks to the half-blind traitor and his two cronies, Rask Spare Wee Stuff and the badly drawn boy. In order to have a chance to catch up with this new unholy Triforce, I'm going to have to review these two games. RC Racing from Syria and Williams F1 Team Driver. We'll start first with RC Racing. This game was released in 1999 by Syria as part of their Family Fun series. The game is basically a rip-off of Micro Machines, but with a sort of 3D look. It is, however, pretty primitive 3D, with a load of uninspiring tracks and easy to avoid obstacles. There are only two choices for the AI setting, easy and hard, and they're both pretty hard. There is a distinct animation to games in the series Family Fun series. It's kind of hard to describe, it's sort of like a pastel look, I guess. As you can see from my atrocious driving, the cars are pretty hard to control, and the power-ups are very unmemorable and very difficult to remember which one does what, as they're all just floating triangles in different colours. It's not really made clear where you can and can't go through, and thus you will make a lot of mistakes. Another thing I do not like are these terrorist gnomes who for some reason seem to throw bombs at you. Whose bright idea was that? And because these tracks are so short, you will run into the same sort of obstacles time and time again. While the presentation and music are quite good, though I don't seem to hear a lot of the music, gameplay is very uninspiring and there's nothing too special about it. The campaign is more of the same, except when you win races, you win some money, and hey, is that a tortoise? Ow. See, crazy game. Anyway, you win money to get upgrades, most of which are fairly useless. There is some multiplayer action, but as it is so limited, it's nothing special either. If this is all you got, then yeah, I suppose you can give it a shot, but even at the time there was way more groundbreaking stuff around. It's a shame, as this game had potential, but it just seems to have been done as a really poor rip-off, where the gameplay is a bit off. If you're looking for a game from the Family Fun franchise, then I suggest trying Train Town. Although not a racing game, it's a better indication of what Syria can do with their game. The humour is better, there are no garden gnomes, so if you like puzzle games, give that one a try. Williams F1 now. From what I gather, this one actually got support from the team, with a little help from THQ and Hotwheels. So this is a simulation game where you drive as a protege for the Williams F1 racing team. The team is very old school and thus has a lot of history. They achieved varied success, winning championships in the 80s and 90s. They have since gone into a bit of a decline and they haven't won a world championship since 1997. Williams is a great businessman who manages to get things done, and Head is a boffin who gets people to make great cars for the team. The game was made in 2001, and one of the few things I find odd about the game is that none of the two main drivers who feature on the cover of the game, none of them feature in the actual game itself, which is very strange, as they might actually have some good hints, but instead we get a list of demands from Williams and Head. Oh, just listen for yourself.
To drive a Formula 1 car, a driver has to be extremely fit. I think he has to have a great inherent conviction to want to do it.
The thing that challenges a driver most is driving 100% of his capability, which just truly means he's right on the limit of it.
And that was where my 30 seconds of Fraps ran out. Anyway, it's all well and good what those two want, but how does the actual game itself handle? Well, it's actually pretty good for what it's trying to be. The graphics aren't brilliant, and neither are some of the physics, to be honest. But overall, the cars handle fairly accurately, you can understand what's going on and set up the car, and there isn't really a lot to hate about the game. The game has natural career progression. You choose your helmet and you start out in karting, where you learn the ropes. Then you move into the Formula Ford 1600s. These are like baby Formula 1 cars, but with no wings, and they're a lot harder to control. Then, if you survive the demolition derby that is Formula 3, which is basically the tiny Formula 1 cars with wings, you move up into Formula 1. Some may mock the casual style of this game, the cows on the side of the circuit, the coffee shops named after employees. But the AI, though pretty stupid if you push them, isn't too obstructive. The circuits are pretty well designed, though whether they actually exist or anything like their real world counterparts is very hard to tell. And to top it off, it's fairly accessible and easy to learn and get into. The only bad thing is you have to win every race, which means you can be beaten by a girl. Okay, they didn't do that very well. So it has its flaws, but overall it's not crap, and the music is, I'd say, on a pretty similar level to RC Racing. It's done fairly well, and they probably had less of a budget. Disregarding the graphical issues, Williams is actually a pretty cool game, especially when you compare it to the RC crap, which could have been better if the developers had added more dimensions to the game. It's a shame, as it probably had the better music.
Yes, sir. It was all just a scam, you know, just to get more views, you know, feuding a war. Yeah, interest to generate, yeah. You understand, yeah, I have no hatred against you. You would do the same, come on man. What are you looking at? Hey, sorry sir, excuse me a moment.